Okay, let's go over how to draw a rattlesnake. All right, so we're gonna do this step by step together. So let's follow along. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a straight line, kind of for the top of the rattlesnake's head. So kind of keep that in mind. Then I'm gonna go right over here, draw a curve over there, and that's gonna be for the brow of the eye. That's very important. Kind of the brow is basically the top part of the eye, like above the eye, to protect it from, rain and stuff like that, anything falling into it. The front of the mouth, or the top of the mouth. Excuse me. I got a little bit of a cough, forgive me. Down over here, the front of the snout, top of the, and then I'm going to go over here, I'm going to pull up for the open mouth, and then go over here, up right there for the other part of the open mouth. Kind of looks like he has a cleft sometimes. It's not always like that, but it's kind of a cool thing to do. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to find one fang. Go over here and right next to it, down, up right there, and another fang. All right. I'm going to go from this point and I'm going to pull outward for the tongue, which is like a big, marker of a snake, right? It's very well known to have a fork tongue. So that fork at the end of the tongue right here. And we're going to pull back in there. Going to go curve underneath. Back over here, pull underneath for the bottom jaw, like so. And we're going to go over here and we're going to find the two prongs underneath for the two fangs underneath. Well, I guess, I don't know what you call them. They're basically the teeth underneath. I'm going to put a line, I'm going to put a line over here. And I'm going to fill in a lot of this stuff right here into darkness, because what I want to do is I want to make it look like it's deep within the recesses of its mouth, which is, kind of what's happening. And maybe I'm going to do it there, like the tongue's coming out of darkness. Going to go right here, circle, curve right there. For the eye, line on each side of the eye there. Okay, so far so good. All right. And we're going to draw a line right there for the eye. Okay, so that's going to be the hardest part of the whole thing, by the way. So let's kind of go into the, right here first, sorry, I forgot the nostril. You're going to see one nostril right there. If you like snakes, if you're a fan of animals, by the way, absolutely say hi to me. Say what's up to me in the comment section. I love hearing your comments. And hit that like. It's going to let me know what to draw more of. I'm going to go right here and I'm going to pull back for the neck. Curve down right here. Okay, and I'm going to curve underneath, and I'm going to draw another curve underneath that, like so. Okay, don't worry, this will all make sense. Chill, let's hang out together, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm going to continue the thickness of the the snake itself right here. Hey, let's take a quick break, and I want to talk to you about something very important, and that is cute drawings, something you all want to do. And I understand when you're doing some of this stuff, sometimes things don't turn out the way you want, right? Sometimes the head's too big, or the arm's too long, or the line is wobbly, or what do I do here? How big do I make the eyes? I understand all these questions, so I made a guide for you to kind of clear up anything that you have. Pretty much all the questions I got on cute drawings, I answered them all in this guide. It is a 20-page guide entirely on how to turn anything cute. Like, I go over head sizes. Oh, shit. So let me give you an example really fast. So something we talk about a lot is proportion, and that is the most important part of drawing something cute. So what I do is I go over the eyes and how big to make the eyes compared to the head, and that is one way to do it. But 95% of the cute stuff you see everywhere has the exact same formula, and this is it. Another thing I want to talk about is, and then I throw other extras like, expressions and also cool poses you can do. I'm not going to have this book up forever, so get it right now while you can, and it is totally free right now in the description. All you got to do is go down, put your email in and your name, and then you download it. Downward, right? And you can kind of take your time, because I know sometimes when you rush it, more mistakes happen. And like I said in every video, mistakes are just part of the game, right? You might make a little mistake here and there. It's not a big deal. Angles and stuff. You just want an impression of the drawing, right? If the viewer goes, oh, it's a snake, that's pretty much what we're aiming for, and So just kind of don't get hung up on measurements to everything, right? But there's a time to be precise and there's a time to just kind of be cool. We're being cool on these drawings, okay? So just be cool. Curve back. Now we're going to go over here on this side, and I'm going to curve this toward the body, like so. It's almost going to look like a number 8 right there, you know, like an S. Because there's S curves all over this guy. I'm going to go over here on this side. I'm going to imagine in my mind's eye this line going across. Like, where would this naturally go? Whoa, over here. Pull out. Down like there. And I'm going to go over here on this side, and I'm going to continue this line over here. See that? Right on. Good stuff, good stuff. And I'm going to go over here to the back and have it like out. Out. Line over here, and we're going to put the rattles at the end of this, okay? So it's going to look a little bit like a beehive. Think of like, kind of like the number 3 or something like that. Back over here. And I'm going to draw thinnish lines across that. Okay? I'm going to go over here on this side. Throw a thin line so that we see the counter shading of the snake, right? So this is the snake belly. You have to kind of think it out a little bit, like what is going to be the belly area. And it's for sure going to be below him and where that's going to curve underneath him. All right? Let's put a couple of lines right here. Line right there, 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 line, 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 line right here, line right here, line right here. Right there. You're kind of following it along. And you gotta kind of think in 3D a little bit, kind of when you're doing this stuff, and you're kind of like, all right, where would that be? So this requires not that much thought. That's the good part. You're just kind of like, okay, where would it be about? And that's all you do. Let's go into a little bit of texture, right? So there's scales. I would say the easiest thing to do would do little check marks like hashtags. So like right here, thin if you can, because they're detailed. Little extended hashtags like that. So there's one right there. Right there. It looks like like a big hashtag. Do it over here now. You don't want to do it all over, at least for a drawing like this, because it might crowd it too much. So you just want to do it in certain areas to get the point across. Just to get that point across over here. Do them here and there, like in some instances it might look like the, you know, like in old cartoons when it looks like he got dirt all over himself or something, he got hurt. So just kind of toy with where you want these around. Right? But always make them, the lines right here, you always want to make them thinner than the outside lines, because this is detail and you want it to fall back. Anything that's too thick, especially within line art, anything that's too thick as far as the lines go, right, is going to attract attention. So right now when I squint my eyes, I'm thinking, where am I looking right now? My mind is going right here to the black part of that mouth, right? Because it's the darkest thing. It's the highest contrast, especially on white paper. The highest difference between the white of the paper and the dark of the page is this large dark area right there, and it just attracts your eye real quick, and then you go and look at the rest of the snake. I hope this helped you out, by the way. If it did, please, like I said, hit that like or share the video, and I want you to stay here because we're doing another drawing lesson together. Okay, so stay with me. We'll do another drawing lesson together right about now. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.